Hello, everyone. Long time no see. I hope you guys all had a good spring break. Coming back in, we are going to go over the last center of a triangle, which is the centroid of a triangle. So, before we were talking about the circumcenter and the incenter. The circumcenter was created by the perpendicular bisectors. The incenter was created by the angle bisectors, and now we're going to do the median, the centroid, which is created by the medians of each side. So, what is a median? All the median is it is a midpoint of one side, and then it's the line that connects it to the opposite side. So here you can see this median here is intersecting with all of these other medians. Okay, so it's splitting the sides in half, and it's just reaching to the other vertices. So the intersection of all of these medians is going to be your centroid. So what is cool about this is that since these are midpoints, then this side is equal to this side, so it's just split completely in half. And then the same thing over here. So these are congruent, and these are also congruent. The other cool thing about the centroid of triangles is that it has this sort of like ratio going on. So AG here, so let's say that this is, I don't know, 20 or something. If AG is 20, then GD is going to be 10. So this has a ratio that is double this way. So if this is 20, then this is 10. And just keep in mind that it's going to be on the same segment. So here, it's not AG, it's not that this is double, GB or something like that. It's AG is double GD. So it's this part of the segment is double the other part. Another way that you could look at this is that FG is half of GC. So let's look at FG. So FG is going to be half of whatever GC is. So let's say that FG is 15. That means that GC would have to be 30. Okay, so that's the ratio there. And then another way that we could look at this is that AG is 2/3 of AD. So this part of the segment right here is going to be 2/3 of the entire median here. Okay, so if this entire median is 30, right? So AG plus GD would give you a whole AD, so this would be 30. So that means that this is going to be 2/3 of 30, and 2/3 of 30 is 20. Okay, that sounds a little bit weird right now, but we'll get into some examples, and I can just start to see what's going on. So mainly I use these top two properties. They can usually answer your question, but if not, then you're just gonna have to multiply something by 2/3. So it's not too bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to some examples. All right, example number 1. In triangle PQR, V is the centroid. So this is our centroid. If RV equals 18, find RS. Okay, so I'm going to label RV as 18. And it's asking us to find this little portion right here. Okay, so in this case, we're just going to use a property that this is double of the shorter part of the segment. Okay, so it's double that, which means that this is going to be half. So if this is 18, then this part of the segment must be 18 divided by 2, which is going to be 9. All right, and that's just your answer here. So all we did was 18 divided by 2. All right, so this first one, how did I know how to do this? All I had to do was, I saw that this was the longer part of the segment, okay, and it's part of the median, it's not the whole median. So you just divide by 2, and that's how you get the smaller one. If I was going from the smaller one to the bigger one, then I would multiply by 2. Okay, moving on to another example. All right, in triangle HJK, P is the centroid, so this is your centroid here. If HM equals 54, then find HP. So HM, that's when we're looking at this entire median here. So this whole thing is equal to 54, and we're only trying to find this portion right here. Okay, so this is where we're going to have to use the 2/3 property. So this longer portion here is going to be 2/3 of the entire median. So we're going to do 54 times 2/3, and that's going to give us our answer. Okay, so let me do 54 times 2/3. And let me show you a way of doing this on your phone if that's the calculator you're using. Okay, you can do 54, and you can actually do 54 times 2 and then divide it by 3. So I'm going to do 54 times 2 and then divide it by 3. So it's going to give us 36. Okay, so this is our longest side here. So this is our answer, but let me just show you how you could use it to just double check your work. Okay, so if this is 36, then we know that this portion right here is going to be half of that. So if this is 36, then this would be 18. And if I add those two numbers together, 36 plus 18, you get 54. So that's how you can check to make sure that you did your problem right. Okay, so HP here is going to be 36. Let's work another example. In KLM, R is a centroid. If KR equals 54, then find RP. So we're looking at KR right here is 44. So we're looking at the longer segment and we're asking ourselves what is the measurement of the shorter one. So the relationship here is that this is going to be double the shorter segment. So if this is 44, then RP must be half of 44, which is 20. Okay, so it's going to be 22. All right, and again, I just remember that the longer one is double the shorter one, or the shorter one is half of the longer one. So that's just how I remember that relationship there. All right, and let's work out one more example, and then I think you guys will be good to go. So example number 4, in triangle DEF, K is a centroid. If KJ equals 15, then find EJ. Okay, so KJ is right here. That's 15. And we're being asked to find the entire segment EJ here. Okay, the entire segment EJ. So since this is 15, then we know that this one right here is going to be double that. So if this is 15, then this one's going to be 30. And since it's asking us to find the entire segment EJ, then we're going to add these two segments together. So we're going to do 30 plus 15. So this is just going to be 45. All right, and that is your answer here. I realized that I actually made a mistake on the first example. It asked us to find RS, but I actually found VS. So let's just go back up there and finish this problem out. Okay, so example number 1, I said it was 9. So this segment is 9, but notice in the problem it says find RS. Okay, find RS. So make sure you don't make this mistake. Asking for the whole segment, so it's actually asking for 18 plus 9, which is going to be 27. All right, so this is actually your answer on number 1. It's going to be 27, not 9. Okay, that would be if it was asking for VS. So example number 1 is 27. Okay, I think example number 1 and example number 4 are going to be the most helpful for you, but let me just go ahead and show you what the delta math looks like. Okay, so it's worded the exact same way as what we've been doing. So if QU is 32, then find QR. Okay, so it's asking us to find the whole segment. So this would be, since this is 32, then that means that this is 16. So you just do 32 plus 16, and you should get 48. So let's look and see. All right, so you get 48 here. Gives you a nice little explanation. And I actually just recently got Delta Math Plus. So there's a help video now. So you can click here and it will show you a video of that will help you solve the problem. So if you guys want to use this, then you can. And if not, then you can also look at this. It does you the whole problem. It's so nice. But yeah, if this isn't helpful to you, then you can just message me either
Your
online
piece.
or, you know, whatever you want to do. So let me know if you need anything, and hope that you enjoy this video. Bye.